Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 114. This is NXT Rage. We are being held in front of 7,310 people tonight in New York at the Herb Brooks Arena. Let's waste no more time and get straight into the action. Tom Phillips, Nigel McGuinness, and Byron Saxton welcome us to NXT. Tom Phillips says that tonight on NXT, we're going to have one hell of a show. The camera stands with them for a while as we fade to ringside. So a 66C plus to open us out the gate. The announcers welcoming to the show. We're going to have a couple squash matches here tonight. Well, at least one squash match. But it's going to be a very interesting show with a lot of storylines being progressed, as well as what was booked last week. After the Kathy Kelly incident, it's going to be Bobby Roode and Nick Magnus in the main event for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. So let's get going here. Let's waste no time. Alrighty, an extremely short match. The Authors of Pain defeats Masada and Tommy Mercer in 141 when A-Count defeats Mercer with a Super Collider. So the Authors of Pain continue their undefeated streak here at NXT. No surprise here. Razor has a gimmick that is getting stale. That is unfortunate. They did look great out there, though. 91 and 92 for the Authors of Pain. 39 and 33. I know Maxwell talks about how he's had Dana Brooke just absolutely blow up in his WWE pay-per-view series, but yeah, man, the Authors of Pain continue to be ridiculous. The next chapter storyline has advanced. The Authors of Pain doing what they do, dominating. 57 C-. All right, next up, we see Chad Gable walking to the ring. Chad Gable is in action next. So an 83B plus for Chad Gable, who returned to NXT a while ago. He's still trying to find his footing here in NXT. He hasn't lost a match yet, but he's trying to find his footing in terms of where he'll fall here on the Rage brand and where he'll fall here in NXT. Likely, we have, I think, 12 shows left in the rest of Season 2, so he'll likely get a big push as as Season 3 rolls around. But we wanted to bring him in Season 2 to have that carryover and that through line, 83B plus. And in a decent match, Chad Gable defeats Cedric Alexander in 1050 by pinfall with a grand amplitude. Face versus face matchup here, but a 68 and 57 for Alexander and Gable were decent. 61C plus, unfortunately, no skill improvements. All right, let's continue on, guys. If you guys have ideas for Chad Gable's booking, let me know, please. I would like to hear your guys' ideas as it relates to Chad Gable's booking. Next up, Bayley will be here next week with Carmella. The duo will discuss the major injury Carmella suffered at the hands of Sasha Banks at NXT TakeOver Rage. Sasha and Bayley were great, the performance was good, and we have advanced with the segment. 64C, solid rating. Then Triple H in a pre-taped video announces the Mae Young Classic. That's right, guys. Coming soon before Season 2's end, we will have a 2-day Friday, Saturday, Day 1, Day 2 Mae Young Classic. I'm excited for that. 87B plus. There will be not a lot of storylines. There will be simply matches, and I am very excited to present that to you. 87B plus. All right, next up, in an extremely short match, Ruby Riott defeats Aaliyah in 330 with the Heidi Ho. 65 for Ruby, 44 for Aaliyah. 54 C-. This was not a diva-based matchup, so a 54, while it could have been better, I will take it. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, let's keep going on. The camera fades in now as William Regal is standing next to Tommaso Ciampa and Sami Zayn. The duo finished watching what happened last week and turned to face Regal. William Regal hypes the duo up, saying that along with Johnny, they're a reason the Bucks are gone. They are the reason that Kenny is gone. They fought together and defended house in NXT. William Regal pauses. Regal says he doesn't usually do this, and we are... excuse me. Regal says he doesn't usually do this, and we are a good while again. But given that Rage's next TakeOver event will be NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, he's going out on a limb here, and he'll take whatever backlash he gets from the roster on this at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, the first official match. He is making it today. Sami Zayn and Tommaso Ciampa will take on the undefeated, unopposed Authors of Pain, and I'm giving you two a chance at A-Count and Razor of the El Ring Dynasty's NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. The crowd erupts as Sami and Ciampa are shocked but happy. The duo are smiling ear to ear. You two are also up next, says William Regal. So, obviously, we had accidental interference back-to-back weeks, Sami on Ciampa and Ciampa on Sami. It was truly accidental, but the two just can't get on the same page. Obviously, we touched on Johnny Gargano, who was accidentally moved, well, not accidentally, but he was moved to Resistance, was the glue that held House NXT together. So Ciampa and Sami Zayn are trying to find their way, and there's not a better way to do it then putting them in a match against the Authors of Pain, the undefeated of the Authors of Pain, who are 80 plus over, will take on Sammy and Ciampa, who are both nearly 90 over. Their toughest match to date. Sammy and Ciampa, will they finally be the people to get the championship off the Authors of Pain? The segment deserved better announcing. Go figure. The single got the crowd hotter. Zayn was good. Ciampa looked excellent. Undefeated and unopposed House NXT Loop storyline has advanced. So an 85B+. That's it, guys. Zayn and Ciampa of House NXT will be taking on AOP. I am thrilled. Big main event match at TakeOver Legacy 2 or WrestleMania. All right, and in a good match, Ciampa and Zayn defeat Blake and Murphy in about 10 minutes when Ciampa defeated Blake Murphy with a Project Ciampa. 91-85 for Zayn and Ciampa, 44-43 for Blake and Murphy. The storyline has advanced again. Unfortunately, no scale improvements, but we're going to continue pushing that Ciampa and Blake storyline heavily, so get ready. 77B. After defeating Blake and Murphy, Sammy and Ciampa nod towards one another and walk out towards the entrance together, cheering. They're on the same page tonight. So everything has advanced. Obviously, Ciampa was a star, Zayn was a star, as I've shown you before. I have heel turns and face turns throughout the roster, so you guys do not know when it's coming. 80B going forward. Not bad, Ciampa and Zayn. We get clips of what happened last week with Rude's incident involving Kathy Kelly. We're told that Kathy Kelly is still, Kathy Kelly is still recovering from what happened, and she's still recovering at a local medical facility. A 64C, this was Kathy Kelly on her own, by the way, just based on her looks. So I am very pleased with this. Kathy Kelly, you're going to, she's been really developing nicely in terms of overness and her ratings for entertainment skills. So Kathy Kelly, she's getting to a point where she'll be able to help really get some guys over in the back in talking segments. 64C. Next up, the fans cheers William Regal is shown backstage, this time with Aleister Black and Drew McIntyre walking in from different directions. William Regal simply says that he's sure you're both wondering what you're doing here, and I'm going to get to that point right now. Next, Rage, you Drew and you Aleister will face off one-on-one. Whatever way the main event goes tonight, it's the last time that Bobby and Nick are squaring off. You both have been busting asses of late, hell, since day one. I'm not promising the winner of a championship opportunity, but with NXT TakeOver Legacy around the corner, you want all the wins you can muster if you get my drift. Drew shakes Regal hands and slowly backs up, walking away. Aleister, with his arms crossed, walks the other way as well. So these two are kind of going to be fighting it out to see who will take on the winner of Nick and Bobby at Legacy 2. I want to have a couple big-time NXT World and NXT Heavyweight Championship builds. Aleister Black and Drew McIntyre obviously both have had championship opportunities. Black when it was a junior championship, which became the world, and McIntyre, the former heavyweight champion. But the two will be facing off, face versus face dichotomy, so it'll be interesting. But the two will definitely be facing off to see exactly what happens in the future. 84B+ though here for Black and McIntyre with Regal, as they'll be facing off in the main event to see not necessarily who faces Bobby Roode or Nick Magnus at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, but to kind of stack up wins and see exactly where they land. 84B+. All right, next up, Bobby Roode makes a glorious entrance. He likes to do that on occasion. 76B-, no skill improvements. And in our main event, in about that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Bobby Roode defeats Nick Magnus in 1750 by pinfall with a payoff. He makes number 2 of his NXT Heavyweight Championship defenses. Roode with a 77, Magnus with a 68. The Remember Me storyline has advanced, and we're going to end it there. Magnus will be leaving NXT. His little short program to get me to the point where I needed to find a contender for Bobby Roode towards NXT Legacy 2 is over. Thank you for your service, Magnus. You had a nice little 6 to 8 week run here in NXT, coming in and coming out like they used to do back in the old days. But yeah, so Bobby Roode advances, gets another championship opportunity, and 80B to end the show. Let's see what the rating is. All right, and 81B, that's a very, very solid show for Rage this week, and we've increased our popularity in 45 regions. That's excellent. This was NXT The Game, Season 2, Episode 114 of NXT Rage. As always, comments, suggestions, and feedback are highly wished upon, and I'd really like to hear what you guys have to think as far as how the show went, and as the the matches that were announced heading into Legacy 2, which was AOP versus Sammy and Ciampa. Ooh. Excuse me, everyone. I am beyond tired right now. But aside from that, I would love to hear what you guys thought about the show and exactly where NXT's direction has been taking. As the season ends and looms, I have some surprises for you the rest of the way. in terms of, matches. And I think we've been building towards lots of good stuff for quite a while. So, yeah, I'm excited to present that to you. And Legacy 2 is going to be off the chain. Either way, this was NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 114 of NXT Rage. Thanks for watching, and as my son would say, have a glorious rest of your day.